You're running out of content ideas because you've been thinking about it completely wrong. But don't worry, because by the end of this video, you're gonna have a system for generating unlimited content ideas that bring you in clients and revenue, not just likes and followers. But real quick, I have to admit, you got clickbaited, and here's why. My goal for this video is to over deliver and not just help you come up with content ideas, but how to actually create them and position them so you make as much money as possible. But don't worry, what you'll learn in this video will work for any niche. I'm going to be giving you a ton of examples showing you exactly how. Now, I've used this strategy with clients and myself. One client I helped went from just 200 followers to over 2,000 in a month, and more importantly, he went from having 0 clients to 4 and having people message him every single day asking to work with him. The only difference that happened was we gave his content a purpose, a structure, and a strategy. And when you follow this system, every piece of content will work together to move people closer to booking a call with you or buying your product or service. So in the next few minutes, what you're going to learn is how to generate a never-ending supply of content ideas that actually convert viewers into paying clients, how to position those ideas so that they pre-sell people on your offer before they even talk to you, and the exact content types that build massive trust and make people know, like, and trust you. And the best part is, once you understand this framework, you're never going to run out of content ideas ever again. But more importantly, you're going to stop wasting your time making content that makes you no money. Every single piece of content that you make moving forward after watching this video will have a purpose, which is moving people closer to buying from you. So let's get right into it. Here's what we're going to cover. You need 2 types of content, client wins and interviews, and this is how you build trust and prove that your methods actually work. Then pain points, objections, and limiting beliefs. This is what actually does the pre-selling and educating the people so that they're ready to buy before they ever even talk to you. Because the truth is, most people are leaving thousands of dollars on the table because they don't post the right content. But that's going to change for you today. Alright, let's start off with client wins. Look, you can say you're good at what you do all day long, but when somebody sees a screenshot of your client saying, I made $5,000 this week using your strategies, that's when the belief actually happens. So what you post for this section really depends on what you sell. But for example, if you're a consultant, post screenshots of clients messaging you. For example, this could be them just thanking you for helping them hit a revenue goal or solve a specific problem, or it doesn't even have to be monetary. You could show a screenshot of them saying something to you like, your advice completely changed how I approach my business. That works just as well. And let's say you're a fitness coach, you could show clients talking about them loving your workout plan or even losing weight. And if you're a business consultant specifically, you could show invoices, revenue screenshots, or even testimonials about specific results. The key here is that you just want to be showing them proof, because you don't want to just be claiming that you're getting results. You want to actually be showing them concrete evidence. And this moves us to the next one, which is client interviews. This is even more powerful than client wins because now it's not you talking, it's them. And people trust other people way more than they trust you bragging about yourself. When somebody hears your client describe their struggles, their doubts, their results in their own words, they see themselves in that person, and that's when the sell actually starts to happen. And this is how you want to be positioning your client interviews. The questions you want to ask them is kind of helping them tell the story in a chronological order. So you want to ask questions like, what was it like before working with me? What made you finally decide to do this? What was the process actually like? What results did you get? And what would you tell somebody who's on the fence about working with me? The amazing things about these interviews is that your client will naturally address objections. They'll say something like, yeah, I was worried about the price at first, but I made that back in the first month. That's worth more than you saying it 100 times coming out of their mouth. And now these client interviews can be face-to-face, but most likely they're going to just be on Zoom, right? Depending on who your clients are. And now here's when things get interesting, because what I'm about to show you next is what moves people from actually saying, who is this person, to where do I actually pay this person? This is your pain points, objections, and limiting beliefs content. This is the majority of what you should be creating because this is what's doing the actual selling. And if you noticed earlier, we're going to be doing an 80 to 20 split. 20% of your content should be the social proof, client interviews, and client wins, and then 80% of it is going to be this personal brand and education content. So let's start off with pain points. Pain points are the problems and frustrations your ideal clients are actively experiencing right now. When you address these, you show them that you understand their world and that you actually have a solution for them. And finding them is pretty easy. The first way is looking at your DMs and comments and see what people are constantly talking about or asking you. And another great way is to look at places where your ideal clients hang out, and this one's pretty underrated. For example, Facebook groups, Reddit, Discord servers, it really just depends on your niche and who your ideal client is, and see what they're saying about it. And an even more underrated way is go on a site like Quora and type in keywords for your niche and see what types of questions people are asking. And then lastly, just put yourself in their shoes and think about what frustrates them and what are you actively helping your clients fix. Let me give you a few examples here. If you're a fitness coach, your clients are thinking, I'm exhausted all day, or I hate how I look. So you want to be making content like how I have energy all day with caffeine. Something like this would be really powerful because you're showing them that you know their problem and that you have a solution for them. And if you're a business coach, your ideal clients may be working 60-hour weeks and barely making any money. So what you want to be doing is creating content on why working harder is actually keeping them broke, or the real reason they're stuck at only $10,000 per month. The key here is you don't want to just be dropping tips, you want to be addressing the actual emotions that they're feeling and showing them that there's a way out. And now on to objection content. Here's what most people don't get about objection content. When you're on a sales call and someone hits you with an objection, you might handle it and close them, which is amazing. But here's the problem. If that person is thinking it, hundreds of others are too, if not thousands. The difference is those hundreds of people never even got to book a call with you because you didn't make content addressing their concerns. So if you think about it, every objection you handle in content is basically cloning yourself. And that's why this is super powerful, because you're speaking to all of them at the same time instead of them slipping away and you bleeding money. And finding objections isn't hard either. The key here is to listen to your sales call and look for what keeps coming up. Is it price? Is it bad timing? Did they try something similar and it didn't work? And you can also ask your current clients what almost stopped them from working with you. And another way is looking for objections people give you in DMs. It doesn't just have to be on a sales call. People can be giving you objections in DMs, maybe when you're trying to appointment set them. They give you an objection. Take all that and make content on it. And you can even look at your competitors' comment sections and see what people are talking about. That one also works really well with pain points. And I'm going to give you some real objections that I get from my agency. The biggest one I hear is, I don't have time to create all this content, so I make videos like why you don't need to post every day to make money, or how to create a month's worth of content in one day, right? And that's what my system is actually based around. And another huge one is that people think they need to go viral to make money. So I create content on why going viral actually hurts your business, or how I see creators with 5,000 views make more than people with, 500,000 views. And an example in another niche is if you're a business consultant, you might be hearing like, I need more traffic first. You want to be making content on showing them how they have enough traffic, it's just a conversion problem. Or they might even be saying, I can't afford to hire anyone right now. So you want to be creating content on how staying solo actually costs them more money than hiring would. And let's say you're in the real estate niche. People might be saying that I don't think right now is a good time to buy. So you want to be creating content on why if they wait to buy, they're actually going to be losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. The whole point here is that by the time somebody gets on a call with you, they've already heard you destroy their objections. They're already past all of that and they know that this works. And here's the thing, right now you're probably leaving thousands of dollars on the table because people have made these objections and you're not addressing them. Every person who doesn't book a call because of an unanswered objection is money just walking out the door. And making this content is exactly how you fix that. And now the last content pillar that we're going to be talking about is limiting beliefs. These go a little bit more deeper than objections because objections are surface level, like I don't have time or it's too expensive, but limiting beliefs are stories people tell themselves about why they can't succeed. These are a lot more subconscious stuff like I'm not good on camera, or my industry doesn't do social media, or something like I'm too old to start a personal brand, right? And what you need to understand is that when you shatter one of those beliefs that nobody else is touching, you build massive trust because they'll attribute their way of thinking to you. And I tell people the best way to find these is simply by reflecting on what you used to believe in. For example, you were in the same spot as them before you became the expert. You probably had the same mental blocks that your audience has now. So you just need to think about what you thought beforehand, and it's probably going to be the same things that your audience or ideal client is thinking right now. And another thing you could do is ask your clients what they used to believe in before you actively started helping them. Some examples are, some people might think that making content won't benefit them just because of the industry they're in. And I can create content on how they can't be further from the truth and how times have changed and how creating content is more powerful than ever before. And remember, when making content, every single content piece should tie back to your offer because your goal here isn't to get as many views as possible, it's to get people closer to buying from you. An example of a video is when I made a video about not needing to go viral to make money, I'm breaking a limiting belief, but I'm also setting up my offer, which is helping people create strategic content that converts without needing millions of views. Now to the question of how much you should be posting. I want you guys to think about content as sales assets. Each piece of content is a sales rep and it's working for you 24/7. More sales reps means more clients. The math is simple here, guys. But just so you know, a good range to aim for is about 4 to 8 times per month on YouTube and 15 to 30 times per month on Instagram Reels. YouTube is going to act as the middle of funnel for you where you nurture and educate, and Instagram is where you're going to hook them in at the top of the funnel and bring them into your content ecosystem. But obviously, if you can be posting more without your quality dropping, do it because every video is another touch point, and more trust points means you're building more trust in your audience, which also means with more trust, you're making more money. So try not to overthink about it, just start stacking up those sales assets. And when somebody has consumed enough of your content, they're not going to be asking, should I buy? They're going to be asking, where do I buy now? And this is where the magic happens and you make your money. And this is how you'll never run out of content ideas that print you money and turn content into client generating machines. Now, if this video sounded interesting to you, but you're thinking you're too busy running your business to do all of this and want help building out the exact content system for your business so you can start attracting high ticket clients through your organic content, this is exactly what we do for our clients. We build out their entire content ecosystem, handling everything from strategy, ideating, scripting, all the way to editing so it's ready to post for you. All you simply need to do is press record, and what you'll get out of it is a profitable personal brand fully done for you. If you're interested in this, click the link below in the description to book a free strategy call where we'll map out exactly what this would look like for your business. And if you got value from this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm trying to drop new videos every week on how to build a profitable personal brand through strategic content. But anyways, let me know in the comments what was your biggest takeaway, and I'll see you on that call.